What is the most weird and annoying strategy that ever existed in StarCraft 2? Is it a cannon rush? Possibly. Is it a painting bust? Maybe. But I would say it's a worker rush.
Oh! Take it away, boys. Do you just keep screaming or like...
A strategy that seems pointless and inefficient, and yet it was somehow mastered by StarCraft 2 pros to bring unexpected victories even at such high levels as the most prestigious tournament ever, GSL. So, there are 3 typical ways to perform a drone rush. The first one is the most blatant and ineffective, and yet it still has some hidden potential. So you just pick all your workers from the very start and go across the map to attack your opponent. But by the time you arrive, your opponent will have more workers than you do. So how do you win then? The secret is the mineral walk mechanic that allows you to stack all your workers into one mega worker that can also suddenly attack in that formation, delivering all damage to a single target. Thus, even with fewer workers, your targeting becomes extremely efficient and you can out-micro your opponent. However, since it's applicable for both players, it's still unlikely to succeed, so it was mostly a trick on lower levels. Pro players never do that, and the only time it happened was in a Naniva vs Nasty match where Naniva just wanted to throw a game that meant nothing to his tournament life.
And what? And he's gone straight cross positions. He knows this game doesn't matter. Okay, well, to finish off the last in history, Naniwa beat Nesty in the MLG Providence winners bracket as well. So there's a lot of history here, but it doesn't matter because Naniwa knows it's a throwaway game, doesn't want to play it. He sent his probes and took his hand off the keyboard. And here comes 6 probes straight across the map. He is attacking with all his probes, and he's going to try and target down. Nesty doesn't realize that he pulls one drone off, and he takes out one drone immediately. It's just drones versus probes. Who is going to win? Neither has time to recharge. Nesty, with a couple extra drones and some target firing, wins the game.
The second way to utilize your workers is by actually adding just a tiny bit of your own army into the mix. This is particularly common for Zerg players. If you only add a handful of Zerglings to the army composition, you acquire an incredibly strong army composition with high DPS that can easily beat anything in the early game, and it can even break walls because of the mineral walk feature.
Drones will go through the Zealot.
Why didn't he perfect wall then? Perfect wall.
I know, I don't get it either.
Oh my god, Zest, what are you doing?
Grab all the probes, all the probes.
Oh my god.
Probes off the line. This drill from Solar is pretty thick. Lings are in as well. All the probes coming in from the main nexus. Is this enough for Zest, or will Solar break him here? The pylon is under siege.
Live, pylon, live. If this pylon... Okay, the pylon is probably just going to go up. But that's a lot of damage from these probes, though.
Here, Ronnie is hard to tall. Oh, D-powers the gateway.
Run away, maybe?
It's just Zerglings and drones versus probes here.
Oh
Did
my
Solar
god.
do it? Oh my god. The sickest big bull, big brain gaming rush here from Splice's Solar in game 2.
What?
GG! Tied up, what a piece!
He's like, what is up? I'm Solar!
Holy shit.
Perhaps the most famous player who overutilized this strategy was Scarlett. With that particular strategy, she was able to knock out one of the best Zerg players in the world, Rogue, from GSL Code S.
Okay, 3
oh my god.
spines. This is literally around the spawning pool, so if the spawning pool dies, you just can't get links.
Oh my god.
I actually think this is going to work.
Is Scarlett going to eliminate the Katowice champion in the first round of GSL?
The spines are halfway done.
Oh
There's
my
nothing out yet.
This is crazy. That is 3
She's
spines.
just buying her time. She's going to just... Well, again...
Okay, he might just try to take this low ground?
Again, if the pool goes down, there's literally just no way to make defense here. She's going to shuffle one of the spines down onto the low ground so that she can also hit the hatchery. Keep in mind, whenever the spine is not fighting, it is going to just be hitting the spawning pool. Pretty good blocking here. Again, though, if
Rogue does have his own on the way. There are more Lings coming in for Scarlett as well.
but I think that there's now just drones remaining here. One spine does go down, but of course these drones are... hold on. The
If
spine's
Scarlett can take down this spine, I don't think she quite can.
But again, the spawning pool's going to go down. And from there, it's like you just keep making Lings. You're going to overwhelm them, right?
I think so.
Oh my god, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Yeah, the 2 spines coming down as well. The Ling's going around that queen. Gotta be picked off.
One spine crawler blocked. One spine crawler blocked.
Oh my god, the
I
spine
think Rogue
is
might
getting
hold.
a lot of
I
work
think Rogue
done.
might actually hold.
Is it possible?
I don't. Well, there's no queen to. This is such a weird game.
This is the weirdest.
Oh my god, she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it.
She is gonna get it.
That's it. Guys, Rogue's dead.
Rogue is dead, and that is going to be that. Oh my God! Rogue
GG.
eliminated 2-0 with the cheesiest plays you could ever see.
Despite the fact that Drone Rush is in theory possible for every race, only Zerg race can utilize it effectively because it gets links quite early, and they also have a fast moving speed that aligns with workers. However, some genius players like Florencio also tried incredibly creative SCV rushes, and while it's not a world-class level, I think it's still worth mentioning.
The SCVs have made their way towards the main base here of the Protoss player. They do decide to unleash on top of 2 of those innocent probes there up north. And, well, what exactly do you do right now if you're Boobloo? He doesn't have minerals to start up a Zealot, so you probably want to cancel the Cybercore or that Pylon. You really don't need that Pylon right now. You really need to get yourself a unit up, my man. Those SCVs have 5 more health than probes. Obviously, probes do regenerate shields. Oh my god, they're derping in the back. This hurts. This hurts quite a bit. A lot of workers are being killed here already, man. Look at this. Florencio, once again, pulling a rabbit out of a hat with a very strange opener. Oh, I guess this is like a standard Florencio opener, to be completely honest with you. Oh my god, those SCVs stack up together. And now in the meantime, up north, in the top right-hand corner, we do see the command center landed there, and there is a barracks coming up as well.
But as for Terran Race, there is a different tactic that works really well and it's been around since Wings of Liberty. For the Terran Race, you can take your SCVs and use them as a meat shield in front of your other troops, blocking melee units from your firing army. SCVs also have 5 more HP than other workers to compensate for lack of HP regeneration, which makes them a perfect tool for that task. This usually happens later in the game though, but some players pull the SCVs for proxy racks as well, although that's less common. In the StarCraft 2 community there is a colloquial phrase "pull the boys", which means taking SCVs to an attack.
Really, with
Just
the
pull the
numbers they
SCVs,
are,
just go
I don't know
for
if
it.
it'll matter.
Just pull the boys.
Pull the boys?
Yeah.
I think he's got your advice in mind, Todd.
The phrase could have originated from Apollo, a popular StarCraft 2 caster back in Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Swarm, who saw a lot of SCV pulls during those days. But who was the first to use that strategy? It's quite difficult to tell actually, although there was one Korean player who certainly exploited this strategy up to a scale when he became known exclusively for this build order. Bit by bit, that was his name, milked everything out of SCV pulls and even defeated some famous players of his own time.
Here it comes, up the ramp.
All the drones going to come out as well. Freedealer being very smart about this. Trying to slow him down. Here come all the drones. Everything in the game is battling here except the mules, which can't attack. So,
Oh my god, look at that drone surround.
drones everywhere. Surrounding with drones. What? Fruit dealer.
Oh my god.
That
was so
beautiful.
sick. I can't believe that. There it is,
GG.
GG.
Sup, bit by bit
Sup.
prime.
You can check our story about him on this channel. What about the Protoss race though? Unfortunately, worker rushes and prop pools are extremely uncommon for Protoss race.
You know, I actually dreamt about StarCraft last night after casting for 15 hours straight.
And what did you dream of? Pro Pulse?
Actually, it was mostly Psy Storms and Marauders trying to run out from underneath them. It was really weird. But I feel like I'm still dreaming seeing a Pro Pull right now. But Elfie is going as all in as...
This is going to be a tough one for Elfie, but one last hope for the finished player. Can he break through? Can something happen?
At least he has his Mothership Core. The Time Warp does go down, and that right there is a great place for him to attack into. Stardust actually getting caught by these Time Warps. Really fantastic Time Warps.
Does Stardust have enough autosis? The
Oh,
Archons live strong.
I think he does. The probe's actually coming off. He does have a slight lead in Colossus count, but actually, look at that. It does turn around. More Zealots coming in from the side.
All of a sudden, there's 3 Colossus to 1.
I tell you, that is the difference between going into a choke and not, and the difference between Time Warps and not, Apollo. Great moves here by Elfie.
It has to do with 2 things. First, Protoss race has its own melee units, Zealots, which should not be blocked by friendly probes. Secondly, it doesn't have mules like Terrans do, so if you lose a ton of your economy, there is no way to replenish it. You could theoretically pull probes against Zerg players, but it's difficult to deal with banelings, which are very common for all Zerg matchups. So even workers can become a crucial tool for your victory in a way that you don't really expect to see in an RTS game, even if it means sacrificing your own workers. That's it for today. What's your favorite StarCraft 2 strategy? Share your opinion in the comments and check out our story about cannon rushing. Have a nice day and see you next time.